Today we are going to craft a smile for Easter and make these adorable Easter treat boxes. We have a chick and we have a bunny that you can make with your Cricut. Hi y'all, welcome to Daily Dose of DIY, and if you don't already know me, my name is Chris. This is a fun and easy craft to make that will be sure to bring your kids, grandkids, and your friends a smile this Easter. I have the free SVG file for you that you can grab in the link in the description down below. Once you click that link, you'll just enter your first name and email address, click send my free SVGs, and we will send you the link and the password to my free resource library full of SVGs right away. Once you're in the library, all our SVG files are free for you to use, and they are organized in alphabetical order, so be sure to scroll down to E to grab this Easter box SVG file. Once you click the download button, the download automatically happens, so be sure to check your downloads folder for the file named Easter Boxes. Let's get into the supplies you're going to need to make this fun craft. I'm using a combo of 65-pound and 85-pound cardstock. Anything in that range will work well, and once again in the description I'll give you the direct links to the types of paper and glue I'm using. To make both of these boxes, you're going to need 3 sheets of 12 by 12 white cardstock. You're going to need a light yellow, a dark yellow or a light orange, light pink, a dark pink, and a scrap piece of black. You'll also need some fine tip tacky glue. I'm using Tombow, and some foam tape. The last thing you're going to need is an acetate sheet, and I own acetate sheets. Me and my hot mess crafting self can't find them at the moment. So what I'm going to use is one of these sheets you usually use to cover your Cricut mat. I have an extra one, so we're going to cut that for our acetate. Let's jump into Design Space and get this SVG ready. In Design Space, click Upload and then Upload Image. Find the file in your Downloads folder named Easter Boxes. Make sure your file is unzipped, and then drag and drop the bunny and or the chick into Design Space. On the next screen, click Upload, and then select the design and add to canvas. Once the design is on the canvas, there is nothing else you need to do. I included perforation lines for all of the fold lines, so there's no need to change anything to score. This darker piece here is the acetate layer, so keep that in mind, and then click the Make It button. On the mat screen, we can see the acetate layer is first. I like to scroll through the mats and make sure everything looks good, and then put my materials in the same order as the cut mats. Make sure mat 1 is still selected and then click Continue. If you have a Cricut with a dial, set your dial to custom and then click Browse All Materials and search acetate. Select it from the list and then click Done. Now we're ready to load our mats up. I cut my acetate sheet down a little bit, and now I'm going to line it up with the top left corner of the cut mat. Smooth it down and insert it into the Cricut to cut. When the acetate is finished cutting, go back to Design Space and click the little down arrow button. This will open your materials list again, and you can select cardstock to finish cutting the rest of your materials. When a mat is finished cutting, make sure you flip your mat over, and then you'll see your cutout just pops right off, and this helps keep it from curling and tearing as you're getting it off the mat. To make your box, you want to separate your tabs. You'll have, for each box, 2 sets of the sides that have the tabs on them. One set has a circle cut out of each end. Those 2 go together, and that goes to the back of the box, which will also have a circle cut out here so you know which sides go to which piece. Next, you want to fold in on all the perforations. These 2 big tabs are the bottom, and this is the start of the sides. So on the sides, I'm just going to start curling them a little bit, and then we are going to glue the tab off of the from this long one onto this one. Make sure your tabs are in the same direction. This long piece we just glued on does the curve, so I'm just going to put my thumb and finger down at the bottom and curl it a little bit. And then wrap it around and glue this tab to the other end, making a circle. Once that's complete, and make sure your glue is set and all your tabs are folded down. Kind of squish it into that circle shape. Then place glue along the top of all the tabs. The little ones, you'll just need a small dot. I start at the bottom, so I'm gonna grab the back piece and just line the edges up along the bottom and get them pressed into place and hold until the glue sets. Once you have a pretty good set there, line up the tabs to the outer edge and push them in. This is where tacky glue comes in handy because you don't have to wait a whole lot of time for it to set. Once they're lined up, I also go in from the inside and just push down and make sure everything is good and stuck. You will probably get some glue on your hands on this step. Mine are feeling pretty sticky. One of the keys to making your crafts not look like a first grader glued it is to keep your fingers clean. So I'm just gonna wipe off that extra stickiness with an alcohol wipe. And then we will build the top of the box the same way we did the bottom. Now we're going to add the acetate sheet to the inside of the top of the box. For this, I'm going to use foam tape. Acetate doesn't glue very well. You could also use double-sided regular tape for this, or if you have like one of those glue, it's like a whiteout thing that puts glue strips down, that would work too. I have one somewhere, again, hot mess crafter. So I'm just going to use my foam tape. I put a big strip along the bottom and I'm just going to put little strips all the way around the top. And this is probably one of the more difficult steps, or it can be, to get this in here flat without it sticking down crooked. I put the bottom edge down and then just kind of drop it, and the rest should go into place. To make the bunny part, you will glue the light pink layer to the dark pink layer, and then glue on the face, and finally the eyes. Next, place glue around the outer edge of the top of your box. Flip the bunny over and line it up at the bottom and sides and glue it down. The box is a good snug fit. You'll want to put one corner on first and then the top. When you get to the other corner, pinch the bottom in a little bit and then push the top down and it will pop into place. Unfortunately, my camera stopped recording while I was putting together the chick, but it's pretty straightforward. Glue the orange feet to the back of the chick and then glue the face on like this. You can add Easter grass or crinkled paper to the box and add your treats or gifts to the top. Place the top back on and you're ready to give your gift. Thank you so much for crafting with me today and making these adorable Easter boxes. I hope I helped you craft a smile for this Easter. Don't forget to grab the free SVGs in the link in the description down below, and be sure to like and subscribe for more fun crafts and tutorials. God bless.